I feel like almost like radio chose me in a way, in a kind of weird way. It was not something that had been on my radar to do until I went to college and I saw the radio studio that they had at 16, and it was like everything just suddenly made sense. I think it's like the core of me. I feel like radio is like my nucleus and everything else kind of comes off of it, and it's something that I will do till the end of my life, really. I've always thought about making radio like making documentaries, and any producer that works with me knows that we're going to have something around identity, something around blackness. I chatted with Seth Combo, who is an amazing South African house DJ from here in the UK, and I knew that I wanted to explore the relationship that UK Funky has had with South Africa. Chat to him for like 40 minutes to an hour, record it, and then basically this kind of made up the piece that I went on to write. And I guess it's using like different mediums to explore this kind of new knowledge, whether it's doing it as a radio show or it's writing about it or it's like having ideas eventually. You know, I didn't go to university or anything, so this is kind of my university. It was always with UK Funky, it was the percussion that drew me in and got me into raving. Probably like a lot of young black inner city people being open to UK Funky then opened the door to house music. Who's it? Who's it? Who's it? Who's it? And then you get the raving experience and you enjoy the raving experience, then you sort of find what parts of it work for yourself. But for me, it's always percussion. I always want a kind of something that connects me diasporically back. Industries around creativity that start from a place of marginalisation or you know, class or whatever, it's seen as cool, isn't it? You know, it's seen as edgy, and then somebody may come in with the means and the position to do the same thing and get 10 times the amount of interest. So if we think about those young black and brown kids that started off disco house and tech, and then imagine a more privileged white DJ then comes in and starts doing something similar, who's going to get more bookings, who's going to get paid more, who's going to have longevity in the industry to be able to do what they're doing? You know, the Berlin dream of techno is what is seen as the original.
Her being so into music is not a major thing in our family, but the fact that she's able to do it and make a living out of it, that she's able to live her passion. I'm very proud of her, that she's made it her life.
Constantly have to be at the helm of how I am perceived, because it'd be easy for me to be put into boxes, so that's whether the kind of bookings that I'm put on, the kind of lineups that I'm put on, I have to always assess that, because so often I guess it is a lazy black female booking without actually thinking of the context of the music that I play.
You know, it's really important that we start to see not only black people in front of the mic, we see black people in producing and running record labels and making big decisions about about the way music is channeled. Black music is the bedrock of culture. If you look at any musical source, black music is a huge influence, but I don't think we've always benefited from it. I think often it's been appropriated.
I think when I think into the future and seeing, you know, this child raving, going out, asking me to go out, asking me like I asked you at 16, like, Mum, can I go out? And you just saying yes, and me being like, what? On whatever dance floor they choose to go on, whatever musical scene they choose or community they choose to be a part of, I just really hope that it's a diverse space and that they're not one of one or two of two or a novelty on the dance floor, and that they see themselves reflected amongst the other people dancing, amongst the people running the night. Yeah, I hope that the dance floor can be that utopia for them. I remember that it was actually last summer. I was a young black girl, she just turned 19. And she was like, yeah, I'm not really into the unce music. And that was the word she used, unce. I never heard it before. I was like, unce, what's that? When I sort of broke it down to her, like, yeah, the roots of the music and who made it and where it had come from and the marginalised communities. And she's actually someone that would fit perfectly had she been born in that time. I saw her face kind of change and she kind of was sort of reflecting on it, and I think she saw it in a different light and didn't see it as something so alien to her. Imagine the young black girl that sees myself playing, that's just going to open something in them. It's not always about what the roots are, but I think it's also about what's happening now, and I think that's my way of activism.